Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I'm Anuja Kumar with the Midday News. The headlines. Minority Affairs Ministry team reaches Kashmir Valley to identify areas to implement central government's development projects. Assam government says no left out persons from final NRC list will be detained till Foreigners Tribunals decide on their Indian citizenship. India to host COP14 of United Nations Convention next month to combat desertification. I&B Secretary Amit Khare asserts each district in country should have at least one community radio. Brazil rejects aid from G7 countries to fight Amazon forest fires. And in US Tennis Open, Serena Williams defeat Maria Sharapova in straight sets to reach second round. A team of Minority Affairs Ministry today reached Kashmir Valley on a two-day visit. During this stay, the team will identify the areas to implement central government's development projects in the valley. More from our correspondent.
The team will assess the need of opening schools, colleges, skill development centers, hospitals and other facilities for the development of the Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. The team will also prepare a comprehensive report on the possibilities of socio-economic development projects in the regions. The ministry officials said that earlier, due to Article 370 and other reasons, several developmental projects could not reach to people of Jammu and Kashmir. Tariq Rathar, AIR News, Srinagar.
Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu today said that the abrogation of Article 370, which granted special status to Jammu and Kashmir, was not a political issue but a national one. Interacting with eminent citizens in Vijayawada at a meet and greet program, he said it was the need of the hour and it was long overdue. He further said abrogation of Article 370 is good for the country, though there could be some temporary issues. The Assam government has said that no left-out persons from the final National Register of Citizens NRC will be detained under any circumstances till the Foreigners Tribunals decide on their Indian citizenship. A report from our Guwahati correspondent.
Ahead of the publication of the final NRC, the Assam government has issued public notice as a part of confidence-building measures. The notice said another 200 Foreigners Tribunals will be set up soon and efforts are being made to set up them at convenient places so that filing and hearing of appeals can be done smoothly. The government will also make necessary arrangements to provide legal aid to the people. The much anticipated NRC will be finalized on 31st of this month. The NRC updation process in Assam is being monitored by the Supreme Court. Manas Pratim Sharma, AIR News, Guwahati.
India will host the Conference of Parties COP14 of the United Nations Convention to combat desertification from 2nd to 13th of next month. Briefing media in New Delhi today, Environment Minister Prakash Javadekar said India will take over from China this year as host and president for 2 years.
India is hosting this wonderful COP14 and we will have assumed the presidency during this, and India will be playing a lead role in combating desertification. For next 2 years we will be the president and we will move the world in the right direction by taking cooperation of all countries. More than 200 countries are coming. They have confirmed their participation. More than 3,000 delegates have confirmed. Nearly 100 ministers are coming. 94 have confirmed. And all the UN officials will be there.
Mr. Javadekar said India has resolved to implement provisions of New Delhi Declaration to be adopted at the end of the conference. The minister said India will take the lead to combat desertification and move the world in a positive direction.
India also has 29% of degraded land. This degradation happens because of many factors, but overexploitation, overgrazing, overwater logging, and at the same time even the wind and the floods also make a good land into a bad land. We have to restore it back, and therefore we have taken a target to restore 50 lakh hectares of land by 2030.
After returning from abroad, Prime Minister Narendra Modi today met the family members of former Union Minister Arun Jaitley, who passed away on Saturday in AIIMS at New Delhi. Mr. Modi and Union Home Minister Amit Shah visited the residence of the late leader in the national capital and expressed condolences to the bereaved family members. Former Finance Minister P. Chidambaram's counsel today sought transcripts of the interrogation conducted by the Enforcement Directorate ED in the INX Media money laundering case. Appearing for Chidambaram, senior advocate Kapil Sibal said the agency cannot place documents in the court randomly and behind the back for seeking custody of the accused. The hearing is underway before an apex court bench of Justices R. Bhanumati and A.S. Bopanna. The former Union Minister has been accused of facilitating foreign investment in INX Media in 2007 when he was the Finance Minister. His son Karti Chidambaram has been alleged to have received kickbacks. A hotel worth 150 crore rupees in Gurugram, Haryana, has been attached by the Income Tax Department as a Benami asset of the state Congress leader Kuldeep Bishnoi and his brother. The Delhi Benami Prohibition Unit of the department has issued an order for attachment of the hotel property. The order has been issued under the Prohibition of Benami Property Transactions Act 1988. The department had conducted extensive searches against Bishnoi and his family in July this year on charges of tax evasion. Mumbai police have registered an FIR against senior Nationalist Congress Party leader and former Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar in the Maharashtra State Cooperative Bank scam. He, along with leader of Peasants and Workers Party Jayant Patil and some functionaries of the Cooperative Bank have been booked for allegedly causing losses to the tune of 1,000 crore rupees between 2007 and 2011. Last week, a bench of Justices S.C. Dharmadhikari and S.K. Shinde of the Bombay High Court had directed the Economic Offences Wing to file an FIR as there was credible evidence against the accused. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. Information and Broadcasting Secretary Amit Khare today asserted that each district in the country should have at least one community radio to sensitize local people about various social and developmental issues around their community. Mr. Khare was speaking at the inaugural session of the 3-day-long 7th National Community Radio Sammelan in New Delhi. Mr. Khare said services rendered by the community radios occupy a pivotal role for local requirements and has brought a big change in the rural spaces.
Aspirational districts have been identified by Niti Aayog. We can start by having one community radio in each of these districts. All our land borders, all our coastal areas, all districts should have at least one, and universities, agricultural colleges, the Krishi Vigyan Kendra, they should have their own specialized community radios. So while we have done very well in the last few years, there is also a need to expand ourselves.
The 7th Community Radio Sammelan is being organized by the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. Representatives of all community radios across the country are participating in the event. The theme of this year's event is Community Radio for Sustainable Development Goals. Union Minister for Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises and Road Transport and Highways, Mr. Nitin Gadkari, today said the MSME and Khadi Village Industries Commission together contributes 29% to country's growth and 40% to the export. He was delivering talk on Roadmap for Growth of MSMEs held during the business summit titled Globalizing Brand Khadi, the Pride of India in Mumbai.
मिट्टी के बारे में कुम्हारों के लिए खादी ग्रामोद्योग कमीशन ने छोटे छोटे मैकेनाइज्ड इक्विपमेंट बनाए और वो इक्विपमेंट के द्वारा काफी अच्छी चीजें बननी शुरू हुई और 2 स्टेशन पर वो मिट्टी के जो कुल्हड़ लोग उसका उपयोग करने लगे और मैंने परसों ही हमारे रेलवे मंत्री जी को लिखा और सभी स्टेट के ट्रांसपोर्ट मंत्रियों को लिखा है कि रेलवे स्टेशन में आप ये जो पेपर के और प्लास्टिक के ग्लास यूज करते हैं इसके बजाय इस मिट्टी से बने हुए इस कुल्हड़ को मैंडेटरी करो.
Industrial organizations and experts are upbeat about the proposal by Prime Minister Narendra Modi for making every district an export hub during his speech on Independence Day. Our Pune correspondent has filed this report.
The proposal by Prime Minister to make every district an export hub by promoting indigenous products and industries is well received by industry bodies and experts alike, and they have made valuable suggestions. Director General of Maratha Chamber of Commerce, Industries and Agriculture, Prashant Girbane, suggested making best use of the present district industries centers to augment the efforts in this regard.
The government has an organization like the district industries centers. Such an organization structure could be effectively utilized, leveraged for promoting exports at the district levels. To achieve $5 trillion economy by 2025, exports are very important. And to achieve more export, we need reforms at government level, but also we need to leverage not only large but our micro, small and medium sector with unique, distinctive advantages and unique diverse products in every district, so that we promote exports from bottom up, right from at district levels.
With the leverage of indigenous products and produce of every district of Maharashtra, the proposal made by Prime Minister in his speech is sure to get momentum in the near future. Manoj Kshirsagar for AIR News, Pune.
In Uttar Pradesh, 17 people were killed and several others injured in a road accident under Rosa police station in Shahjahanpur district this morning. The accident happened when a truck turned turtle on a tempo vehicle near Jamka Doraha on Lucknow-Delhi highway. The injured have been admitted to the district hospital. Chief Medical Officer Dr. R.P. Rawat said best possible treatment is being provided to the injured. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has expressed sorrow on the mishap. Brazil has rejected aid from G7 countries to fight wildfires in the Amazon. A top official told French President Emmanuel Macron to take care of his home and colonies. Chief of Staff to President Jair Bolsonaro, Onyx Lorenzoni, told a news website yesterday that Brazilian government appreciates the offer, but those resources are probably more relevant to reforest Europe, referring to a pledge of $20 million made at the G7 summit in France to fight the rainforest blazes. Iran President Hassan Rouhani said that the United States has to take the first step by lifting all sanctions against Iran. The response comes after U.S. President Donald Trump has expressed that U.S. is prepared to meet Iran. Rouhani said that the U.S. must retreat from all illegal, unjust and wrong sanctions against Iran. Shuttler P.V. Sindhu, who recently won gold medal at the BWF World Championships in Switzerland, today met Prime Minister Narendra Modi in New Delhi. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said, Sindhu is India's pride, a champion who has brought home a gold and lots of glory. The Prime Minister congratulated her and wished her best for her future endeavours. Ms. Sindhu also met Sports Minister Kiran Rijiju. A report.
India's first badminton world champion P.V. Sindhu was welcomed exuberantly on her return to the country last night. The Olympic silver medalist, who outplayed Japan's Nozomi Okuhara in Basel, Switzerland on Sunday, was mobbed at the airport after she touched down with national coach Pullela Gopichand by her side. Despite the hectic schedule, the 24-year-old had a smile on her face as she acknowledged supporters and the media at the airport. In response to a barrage of questions that were thrown at her, the world champion said it was a much-awaited win and she is very happy. The five-time world medalist had tears in her eyes when the national anthem played. She had claimed silvers in her past two editions, besides a couple of bronze medals earlier. Unpunished Sports Desk, AR News.
In US Open, Serena Williams began her quest for a 24th Grand Slam singles crown by crushing five-time major winner Maria Sharapova 6-1, 6-1 today to reach the second round. Williams needed only 59 minutes to rout her Russian rival, improving to 22 all-time against Sharapova with her 19th consecutive victory in the rivalry. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Minority Affairs Ministry team reaches Kashmir Valley to identify areas to implement central government's development projects. Assam government says no left-out persons from final NRC list will be detained till Foreigners Tribunals decide on their Indian citizenship. India to host COP14 of United Nations Convention next month to combat desertification. I&B Secretary Amit Khare asserts each district in country should have at least one community radio. Brazil rejects aid from G7 countries to fight Amazon forest fires. And in US Tennis Open, Serena Williams defeat Maria Sharapova in straight sets to reach the second round. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.com. And with that, we end the Midday News.